Welcome back to the Wake Man channel. All right, so it's Friday night, the start of Memorial Day weekend. Got my family down here with me. There's Wakely. It's been a bit of a rough week. My computer crashed on me earlier this week. I think the hard drive's going bad. Might have to get a new hard drive. I got it back up and running, and it's doing okay. But it was a pain in the butt, like I said, I might need to get a new hard drive and do that again, basically reinstall Windows again. But then I brought a load of lumber down to the shop to start building the deck tomorrow, which is outside and it's in the dark. You'll get to see that pretty quickly in this video. But got down here with those boards and made a huge mistake. I can't believe I did it, but I basically was opening this door, had 16-foot long boards hanging out at the back of the truck, and I just was an idiot, and you can see that it's damaged. I think it hit that bottom one. As you look on the other side of this door, and there's dents and there's red marks from the wood. And it actually pushed, I actually pushed that one and popped the wheels off of the rails. And it actually bent 3 of these. And I don't know if you can tell, but it is kind of bowed in a little bit. I actually already pushed it in some, kind of bent it back in as much as I could, put the wheels back in, but oh my God, I can't believe that I did that. Very, very frustrating. That's probably gonna cost me $1,000 if I'm lucky, I'm guessing, to get those 3 panels replaced. But you know, stuff happens. You did see the video start with me getting the door in the upstairs bathroom hung. So I'm happy that's done, and it went quick, so I think the other 5 doors will go pretty quickly too. So depending on how the deck goes, I might get those done this weekend, because all I'm doing this weekend is boxing out the deck, getting it attached to the posts. I think I'm going to pour another concrete connection for a post. I'm not sure if I'll do it this weekend because I need to get an anchor and I don't have one on me. I could check the hardware store here. But just gonna get it boxed out and then possibly get all the joists on. But otherwise, we're down here to go boating. We're gonna try to go boating in the morning tomorrow. We'll see how that goes, and then I'll be back here to start working on the deck in the afternoon. Yeah, I have my friend coming down to help me with that because I do need help on the initial part. And then we'll try going to the lake again on Sunday morning. We'll leave here on Monday morning or Monday middays, maybe when I'll leave. So we'll see what I can get done this weekend. But yeah, it's definitely this week, and this weekend has not started off too well. Not very happy with myself. I'm actually a little bit worried about what else might happen. But anyways, that's it for tonight. I think it's almost 10 o'clock or right around there. We're gonna go ahead and get in bed and try to get up in the morning to go to the lake. All right, here we go. It is officially the first day of taking the boat to the lake for 2023. As you can see, there's the boat behind me. It is 8:05 a.m. The reason why you don't see my wife and daughter is because I had to take the car seat out of here to fit the dog and some of the stuff I was bringing down, and she drove separately this weekend to bring a bunch of stuff down too. So they're actually gonna be right behind me soon in her car. But yeah, we're gonna go try this out. It looks like there's barely enough water, maybe by a couple feet, to be able to launch at the normal launch ramp that we like to go to, rather than going another basically like 10-15 miles up the road, and going to the one that I hate, because it's a huge incline and it's a skinny launch. So we're gonna launch at the normal spot, and just be careful. I'm probably gonna try to wakeboard, and it's probably gonna be a fairly quick set, maybe like 30 minutes, just because I haven't done any this year. So I'm sure I'll probably end up being kind of sore and wore out pretty quickly. And then I'll try to surf probably for half an hour or an hour as well. Just kind of stretch my legs and kind of get out there. And depending on conditions, well, I may only do one or the other. Then we're gonna try to get back to the shop by noon, maybe just after noon, so that way we can meet up with my friend that's coming down and his family. They're gonna kind of hang out with us for the day, and basically he's gonna help me start my deck. So anyways, I'm gonna get to it. All right, look at us. We are in the boat, about to launch.
Yeah!
Here we go. Just set the camera up right here. Whoa, jeez.
Hi, back here.
Hi. Turn the camera.
I'm looking in the camera.
Oh, I see.
Why is Mom taking us this way?
She always takes us this way. That's how we back in. You know, in the
I'm
camera.
supposed to go with her in the oh, she's
Is it?
mad.
Yeah, I was. Still am.
Dada frustrated.
Yes, that's true.
Dada really mad.
True.
Have to fix.
Yep. You goof butt. Little goof butt. Goof butt. Whoa. Where's my? Yeah. Man, it is low.
It is bad, Daddy.
And we're barely at launch level. You can see that this set of rocks right here. You'll see in a second. This set of rocks, the water typically gets high enough to cover that entire set of rocks right there. It gets up on top where you see the orange buoy. It usually goes all the way up on top of that. So it's got a lot of rising to do. Usually it's as full as it's going to get by about mid-July. So we got about a month and a half to get to that point. It says it's 6.3 feet deep on my screen here. So yeah, which isn't bad. I've launched it when it says 3 feet, and that's definitely much more sketchy. I know this lake well enough to stay out of trouble on it. So some big logs out here. This is the time of year where there's lots of crap in the water. I don't know if you can see it yet, but right there behind us, there's a big one out here too. Just got to be careful this time of year. I think we're gonna kind of go into the canyon a little bit here. We'll see. It is deep enough to wakeboard out here, but it would be kind of crap anyways. So we're just gonna go into the canyon and then And then I'll either wakeboard or surf or both. We're not far away from the canyon. It says the water temperature is 62 degrees. That sounds cold, but I usually get in it when it's like 45 degrees at the beginning of the year. So in a wetsuit, 62 is actually pretty nice. At the beginning of the year anyways. At the end of the year, 62 is pretty cold. Yeah, there's a lot of crap out here. Oh geez.
Why are you doing that?
What do you mean, why am I doing it? Have fun.
Why are you...
Oh! Yeah! That's not too bad, actually.
Is it cold? No.
It's not bad, actually.
It's not... It might not
Sit down.
be... It might not be bad, but is it cold?
Yeah, hit it. All right, just got done boarding. Wakeboarded for about half an hour. Probably surfed for 20 minutes, half an hour or so. It kind of started getting a little rough for wakeboarding, so that's why I stopped doing that. And then there's just a lot of junk in the water, so whenever it gets a little rough, it's hard to see it. And I surfed until my back leg was getting pretty sore. And I was using my new board, my Aku, that I bought from my friend that's coming down here to help me today. It was totally new to me. I haven't ridden it for a while, but it's fun. It's nice to have a kind of full surf style board to play with. But yeah, now we're gonna go ahead and get off the water. We're gonna cruise up the canyon. You can see we came down in the canyon pretty far. That's actually Devil's Overlook right up there. I think anyways. And yeah, we're gonna just go get off the water and meet up with those guys and have lunch and then work on the deck. So I think the next thing you'll see here, well, I don't know, I might film a little bit of getting out of the water, loading up, but then you'll see the deck being built, I guess. So here we go. All right, loading up. They're up there getting the truck right now. It's a pretty nice day today. I think it's only supposed to get to like 75. There is, I think, a possibility of a thunderstorm in the afternoon, but yeah, if it wasn't for working on the deck, we might stay out here another hour or two, and I might have rode a little bit more. But we got tomorrow too, so. All right, I forgot to film, but as you can see, we have the deck boxed out. Made a mistake though. I thought these boards right here were 12 foot. I should have double checked by measuring, and I didn't. So as you can tell, The concrete comes out probably about a foot more than it should, and my bolt to attach it, to anchor it, is in a totally wrong spot. It probably would have been fine. I mean, it's even a little too far in. But yeah, I'm gonna have to kind of redo it over here. I think what I'm gonna do, well, I need a drill now, but I'm gonna undermine this now because this is only 4 inches thick, and I meant it to be a foot thick over there, and I'm gonna have to put concrete underneath there. So I have to pour some concrete again. I do need to put a third post in anyway, so I'm gonna have to do another little spot right there. So otherwise, if those anchor bolts would have been good, then I probably would have already been putting the joists on to go across this way. But yeah, messed that up. Also have some other bad news. When we got back from the lake, I pulled the boat in, and I pulled it a little bit out so that this back half of the shop was open so I could sweep it out. And I went to close this door, this big garage door back here, and it started closing, and all of a sudden I heard a big pop, and that spring unwound and bent the bar. And you can tell it's a little bit open right now. There's boards on the bottom. So it messed that door up too. So both of my big garage doors are messed up. One because of me running into it last night, and the other one because of how it was installed. So this one will get fixed by the installer, which is interesting because this door is not quite working right either. So got problems with all the garage doors. Yeah, it really sucks. They're supposed to come this week and try to figure things out. I think I'm gonna have to deal with that door being messed up for a while because they got to order the sections in. But yeah, saw all kinds of problems this weekend. I mean, geez, probably ought to just go home, but at least you had a good time on the water today. But yeah, anyways, it's just been quite the time. So I just wanted to update you on the deck. I think I would be putting joists up, but I gotta get the posts right. Tomorrow I might pour the concrete for the third post and also to get underneath of that spot. I might see if I can find a drill bit, a concrete drill bit I can use with my drill. I just don't know if I'll have enough power to do it with my drill. Because then if I could find another bolt like I have and undermine it, I could just put it up through the bottom, then put concrete in the bottom. So I might be able to accomplish that tomorrow. I don't know if the hardware store is going to be open tomorrow though. In fact, I might go run some errands really quick here. So I need to get a sticker for my boat, the invasive species sticker. So yeah, anyways, that's how it's been going. I think the rest of this evening we'll probably spend I'll probably be hanging doors and or putting hardware on the cabinets. So I'll film that, and then we'll go to the lake again tomorrow. So I'm gonna get to it. back for the second day here. Looks a tad windy out on the water. I'm not sure if you can tell. You can see the trees are blowing. Not ideal, but I think we'll still get in there and get up in the canyon and see if I can do some riding, even if it's just a short surf sesh. But you know, sometimes in the canyon it's pretty smooth when it's like this. It's not crazy windy out right now. I'm just getting the boat ready and waiting for Carly to show up. She did drive separately because we both hauled a bunch of stuff down this weekend. So I'm just gonna keep you setting up the boat and let you guys watch for a little bit here. All right, I wakeboarded for a second there and then I got out because the canyon is absolutely full of wood and crap. Just like the clip I just showed you, there's a tire floating. We've seen that before. What happens this time of year is every year they let the lake level drop like 40 feet, and then this time of year it rises really quickly. Like just overnight, or from the time we were here yesterday, it's already risen 1.5 feet, which is a ton of water. But what happens is it picks up all the stuff from offshore, which ends up being, you know, sticks and junk deposited from years before, and garbage, you know, like tires and stuff. So it gets like this for one of the crappy parts of this time of year. We lucked out last year. It was way higher and way better by this time of year. Once we can go out to the regular part of the lake, it doesn't collect so bad like this. So I'll try to show you some of it here so you can kind of see all the crap right out in front of us there. And I mean, there's some huge logs out here too that would absolutely wreck your boat. But yeah, she was I was wakeboarding and she's basically driving and trying to dodge all of it. And it just got to a point where there was just a ton of it. So it makes it where I can't even have a straight line wakeboarding, so it's just no point. So anyways, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the bay. It's only like 9 feet deep at the bay. It's only like 7 foot below the draft of the boat, which makes it to where my wakeboard wake isn't so great. And when we have to go back and forth wakeboarding, when it's flowing this much, I then have to change the speed going both directions. It's faster down and slower up, and that's because when you're using GPS, it doesn't take into consideration the fact that the flow of the water is like a mile per hour. So you have to adjust for that. When you're going downstream, you have to add that extra mile per hour to go the speed you want to go. When you're coming up, when you're going downstream, you add it, and when you're going upstream, you take it off. So that's a big pain in the butt, but it's just the stuff you deal with this time of year. And honestly, it's not that big of a deal to me. It was more frustrating a few years back when I first was starting to encounter it, because I'm trying to get into things this time of year usually, but I'm still just trying to work out the kinks and get my body back into gear, because I haven't touched the water until just this weekend. So not that big of a deal to me, and obviously my expectations are set at a particular level too, so no big deal. We're gonna cruise back to the bay and see what we can do. All right, back at the shop. I had to back in because that door is messed up, but it went okay. Since that lot over there is empty, I'm able to drive on that lot. Now I need to clean the boat, just wipe it down real quick, and then when I leave tomorrow, I'll pull the boat up to this end, so that way they can get up and work on that door, because I don't know what all they're gonna have to do, but I don't want them to be working on that door above the boat. So I'll make sure that's the same scenario when they go to work on this, but I think it's gonna be a little while before they work on this, because I think they're gonna have to order those panels. So yeah, I'm gonna clean the boat, and then I'm going to start working on the deck after lunch, I think. So just leaving level. I forgot to do the outro at the shop, but no big deal. The last thing you saw me do was put up the extension to the countertop that's collapsible, that folds against the wall. We wanted to do that because it kind of serves several purposes. It can be just more countertop space. It can be a table to eat at for like up to 3 people. It can also be a desk, but then it can be out of the way when you don't want to use it. So yeah, I got that done. You saw me putting in the upstairs doors last night, and it cut out while I was finishing the last one, which was the closet, but figure, you know, already seen a few of those, so he probably didn't care about seeing me finish that one. So I got all the doors hung, all the pre-hung doors hung. I will still need to hang closet doors, but they're barn style doors, so totally different setup. And I'm waiting to do that because typically you trim out the inside of the doorway before you hang those. So now the next step really is gonna be trim on the inside. And next weekend I am bringing down a huge load of lumber for the deck and for the interior trim. So that's what I'll be working on there. So it's kind of nice. We've got you know, the place is pretty close to done. I mean, the list is getting pretty small now, but still a good amount of work to do, but really hoping to have it finished by the end of June. And it's looking like it might be doable. But yeah, you saw where I got to with the deck. I need one more deck board, one more deck joist. I'll bring that down next weekend. I was putting the tape on top that you know, keeps your wood from rotting so fast, or your deck joist from rotting so fast. But yeah, I think if it weren't for the garage doors all messing up this weekend, me hitting one and the other two just not working right, and you know, the other one just busting on its own, it would have been, I would say it was a really good weekend. I mean, the water wasn't great, but it's kind of what I expect this time of year. So anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any thoughts on this video or ideas for future videos, please leave those in the comments below. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe and click on that notifications bell so you can be notified of my future videos. I'll see you next week.